So I work for Barts Health Trust. It is one of the biggest trusts in the country. It's actually the hospital. Whenever you see movies from World War II or anything like that, that's the hospital that you're seeing. It's one of the oldest in the countries and one of the biggest in the countries, and definitely one of the biggest in London. It has a huge history, and I'm immensely proud to work for them. We currently have 20,000 staff, so that's a really big amount of staff to support. And yeah, we do mental health first aid training, suicide first aid training, and FinWell champion training, and other little trainings that can help support staff, like communication and other similar things. Mental health first aid, suicide first aid, and financial well-being are areas that are really important to kind of link together. And that's because our finances are literally linked to our well-being. When we don't have money, when we don't have enough money to do things, it has a huge impact on our well-being. And unfortunately, nowadays, we have lots of people earning in jobs, earning money, but it's not enough to pay their bills. It's not enough to do the things that they used to do. And that sadly means that people's well-being takes an impact. And sometimes, in particular, when you are the main breadwinner of the house and you think, oh my God, I'm working, I don't have any more hours of the day to sell, and I'm not making enough money to pay the bills, that can feel terrible. And it can lead to people starting to have thoughts of suicide, thoughts of, my family would be better off without me, et cetera, et cetera. So these three areas are very increasingly linked. And we know the links more and more via research, via the conversations that we have as mental health first aiders and suicide first aiders. So it's very important that those links are pretty demarked out there, and that people feel comfortable to ask questions around suicidal thoughts if we know that people are struggling financially as well. So I think one of the most important things as an employer is to make sure that your employees are well, because when people are well, they come to work well, they are productive, they do what is needed to do for the company, for their jobs. So it's important for employers to keep looking at what is important in terms of well-being for staff. And financial well-being is a key area of well-being. So it makes sense for employers to have a little bit of an offering around that as well. And I think what I particularly like about FinWell is that it's not linked to financial products. And it's not to say that there's not lots of amazing financial products out there, but it's very important to not have an offer that is, oh, this is what we have, and it's a financial product, because it won't suit everyone. But learning about what is good financial well-being, where you are in terms of your financial well-being, I think that is a universal thing. And that's what I like about FinWell, is that it's a universal training that anyone can take, no matter, if you're rich or poor. Everyone can learn a little bit more about their money. Everybody can learn a little bit more about managing their money. And then once you have that awareness, it can lead to, oh my God, actually, I think I need to, get advice to invest better. Or, oh my God, I need to budget more and learn how to budget. It just makes sense that people get a bit of training around the basics. And over the training, I'm always on the lookout for other things that can be offered to staff. And at one point, we were having lots of conversations around financial well-being and people's understanding of money, etc. I know that I myself do not have a great awareness of money. I deliver the training. The conclusion that I reach for many other people as well is that there isn't that awareness there of what is a mortgage, what is this, what is that. People just don't know, and then they don't know the basics. And then when it comes to things more advanced, like choosing a product, it makes a lot more difficult as well. So when I came across FinWell and looked at the training, it was about getting those basics and thinking, where am I in my life? What is my money score? How confident am I? And how comfortable am I talking about that confidence? Because again, money is a bit of a taboo subject as well in society. And what ends up happening is that we don't talk about it, because it's like, oh, if you're not earning enough, then you don't talk about it because you're embarrassed. If you're earning a lot, you're told to, oh, yeah, that's a bit shameful. Don't talk about money and share. You're just showing off, etc. So we have all these emotions around money that are not helpful when it comes to managing money. So this is something that gives you the basics. I did the course, a couple of other colleagues who are trainers did the course, and now others in the trust are being trained to just have that awareness and to be able also to signpost, because at the end of the day, you know, when we talk about mental health, we don't immediately link it with financial well-being. And then there's this question, where do I go to signpost somebody that is safe? And it's a really good additional skill for our mental health first aiders and suicide first aiders and other staff to have. I think when it comes to looking at how we train inside organizations, cost is important, because we know that cost is important right now. So one of the things that I wanted to see is, you know, how do we make this more effective? How can we continuously train? And the option to train as an instructor was there. So I went on to do the Finwell instructor training, and that just means that I can train in-house and deliver that training for our staff, which makes so financial well-being is very, very important. And actually, during our financial well-being month, many NHS trusts were attracted to the offer that was out there. And I've had several conversations with them. And I think that this is an important training for NHS staff. Obviously, due to my background and due to the training I do in the NHS, I find it very, very valuable. And I think that other NHS trusts will find it valuable as well. So it's really about joining. There's master classes and other events that are happening regularly where you can get a flavor for it, and you can come along and have a chat and see, you know, is this for us? And I will think that many people will choose to add it to their well-being offer, but definitely, you know, do come along and have a chat, do come along to a free masterclass. There's a lot of different things that we are offering at the moment at Finwell that can be really supportive of your staff.